We're doing an airdrop, people. This isn't one of those AI scams with Brad Garlinghouse. We're really doing it. Last week, our team delivered not only the first multiplayer battle arena that I've ever seen in Decentraland that you could just walk up and play. It was called the Snowball Fight, and it was cool as hell, and I'm about to equip something else. See this laser tag everywhere? This is the other... First we created the first multiplayer battle arena, then we made it so that you can play it everywhere in Decentraland, even in Genesis Plaza. And I want to show you something interesting, because not only can you play anybody with this gun, with this wearable in Decentraland, there's another interesting property about it. It exposes who is using bot automation, because see how I'm shooting these people and the bullet just passes through? Let's jump to some other places and see who's bots and who's not. Who's bot and who's not. Let's see if this person's a bot. Bot. Everyone in Genesis Plaza. And okay, we'll go to the casino, because they actually have a lot of people in here actually losing all their money and playing in the illegal casino. And you'll see what it looks like when it's a real person. Okay, see, all these people like fell asleep or something, but see how it explodes like that? That's a real person. And let's just go to some of the tables and see too. Because what's interesting is people will probably be thinking that they're playing against all humans, but then some of them are these bots. That's real. That's Brad bot. Yeah, see, these are bots. Oh wait, that one's real. That one's a bot. And let's see. Real. This is probably a real person. Oh no, that's a bot. So yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting. People will be thinking they're probably playing against real players, and usually at least one of them's a bot. Okay, that was 4 real players. And let's go to another place with tons of bots. So, you know, that Ice Poker does have a lot of bots, but there's also, you know, quite a few real people there. And I have been airdropping these laser tag guns, you know, because I got a grant out on them, but you know, of course, like, basically the DAO doesn't want anything cooler than what they have. You know, they're not going to vote for something. Okay, this guy here, well, I won't do airdrops live while we're sitting here, I guess, but that guy I would typically airdrop, since it's at least it's a real person, and you know, it is someone at least interested in playing games and gaming. That's what I realized is like. But you see how weird these people walk? Like, it's almost like they're floating on a carpet. All these are... Oh, wait. Okay, that guy registered as a real person, actually. This guy... Oh, okay. There's actually a couple real people in here tonight. Another sign is they can like kind of step on your head when they come down here. I suspect that maybe it's like those are also using bot automation, the people we just saw, but like maybe it's when their account goes to sleep or something. Because I mean, look how strange they're walking. That could not be a human player walking like that, I don't think. And they go perfectly around the circle too. Like they never fall off. When I'm walking around here, I fall off. Tonight there's actually at least appears to be more real people in here. Potentially. I don't know. Okay, this person actually I think might be real. Yeah, that's bot. Let's see. This I'm gonna say, yeah, they're bot. I mean, yeah, it's like they walk on a perfect path, you know. I can't even get it to walk that speed. It's like modulating in the game loop or something. And so metagaming mall, it's full of bots. Yeah, I'm surprised. It did seem like there was at least a couple real people in here. And then let's go down the list. It would be nice. Wondermine. Now, this place actually has real people in it, but it's usually also large stakeholders of Decentraland in here, standing around. So it's like it's not really players. Like this group over here will be all large stakeholders, almost always. So we got, but they're, you know, the other people that are in here, I think are real. At least, you know, they're not using this whatever kind of automation that these other ones are using. But anyways, you know, this gun I'm showing you here, just being able to shoot anything in Decentraland like this, it's pretty ground, you know, breaking technology, or really a breakthrough. What was that? I've never seen that. Oh, it's a bee. I wonder if that's new. But yeah, just being able to walk around and shoot is something crazy. And I mean, the people in Decentraland, they're so strange. Now, what I have, if the grant fails, this is like a 2-week evaluation license where, you know, I could disable it in the database, and you know, my business partner will likely have me disable it in the database. And you know, it's like people are actually totally losing their mind that software could have a fee associated with it, that, you know, a developer could want some money for the stuff they made. And it's like it's not real. Okay, I got disconnected, but you know, I handed out a lot of these guns, and it's like you just don't have gamers there. I think anybody would be. Well, some people did put it on and try it, and the people who have tried it, yeah, they really liked it. And so far, everybody that's tried it loves this thing. Some people do think it could be something to kind of save Decentraland from like the dead mall reputation and everything. And because I mean, this works in almost any parcel except a parcel that blocks smart wearables. And you know, it's like some people did get in battles, and I got in a really good. There is one gamer who seems like pretty good gamer. Like, even when I had it, the hardest thing I had to beat when it was the final state of that Decentraland turd slayer. The the wheelchair, that was hard to beat. This person named Mosca, they always beat that thing everything I make real fast. And I got into a gun battles with her with this, and I mean, the thing works. Yeah, it works, and it's pretty damn fun, actually. And, but Decentraland, the people in there, they're so lame that they just, instead of, like, shooting the gun, they, like, vote to disable it and don't even try it, or, it's like, I don't know. This place, I think it's pretty much hopeless from what I'm seeing, because the grants for 40,000, and that would include keeping everything we made in there, and it would be the first-person shooter, which I got a new architecture that it makes it real easy to switch out the levels and add new things, and it's getting easier and easier. There's still a little bit of work to do there with what I call obstacle placement, but if I want to make a new set and just put it in there, and I don't want dynamic obstacles, I'm just fine with creating a new model and dropping it. It's not as easy as just putting like XYZ coordinates on those new models, but it's getting there. And so you could see once I had that new architecture how fast I added because there was like, I think 7 levels by the time that Decentraland turd slayer. It was kind of like trolling the Dow game. By the time I got that, it was like you could play like 7 different levels. There was the 4 stories of the building, and then it would load 3 different boards, as you were playing that thing. And so that made it so I could have kind of competition with something like Monster Hall, where you could play it for quite some time. And then it would be the farm, putting the farm back in. The dealer zone's still there. It's just that without the it kicks you out if you don't have anything to sell, basically. So it'd be putting all that back in. It'd be distributing this gun, handing out hundreds of them to people in Decentraland. So if there is some gamers that come in, they have access to these, because I feel like a lot of those bad reviews, they wouldn't be saying that if like they jumped in with their friend and they could either get this gun automatically for free or something, or at least get it real cheap, where it's like the team's not trying to make up all the development costs just from 2 new players, because you'd have to charge, like, they get like 50 sales a day, and not all those are going to be yours. So if you got a few sales a day even, which would be pretty, I think you'd be lucky to get 1 sale a day. I mean, you really have to be charging to pay for development. I just don't see with the number of players they have that they're going to be able to pull out of it with how they're, they just don't want to fund any kind of in-content gaming that isn't one of their corrupt people who, I think it's like they purposely make the games broke and stuff so that ends up sending people to the casino. That's what I think. And put in the comments, what do you think? But you see how this thing also interacts with like the things it hits inside the scenes, and not always, but when it's something made in SDK7, and and it would be, sorry I got off track, and it would be to distribute tons of these games, of these guns, and for this multiplayer battles area, the snowball fight, which was really good. I didn't demo that. I want to see if maybe I can jump online with someone and play that for a little bit, and demo it, because these decentral turds, they don't like to do anything except do drugs and listening to techno. Anything outside of that, it's like, or banging on rocks. They like to bang on rocks too, as Folding Ideas pointed out. But so I'd probably have to I'd have to jump online with someone just to get a player. That's how few players they have. And I've talked about this before. It's kind of interesting because I was so excited when I came in here, and I described this as the most technologically advanced art canvas. And I still think their platform's cool. I like that it's on a browser. It was really a first-in-class kind of website where it's this kind of 3D world that's in a browser. And, I don't think they should ever get rid of that because it's freaking cool. But, then I go today where I am today, which is, my last land is for sale, so I'm just not planning on having anything in Decentraland. Maybe the smart wearables or something, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to discuss with the people who help me too. And, maybe those, but, definitely I'm just not seeing it. I don't think, there's so few players, and, I showed you a lot of these different places. That's usually 90% bots. This is half bots. I'm assuming that's probably it's it seems like you usually got 50 people online or something like that, and this is pretty peak hours. It's 8:30. That's peak internet hours. And I think the only way they'd be able to save this, because it is a gaming platform. What I was saying with it being the most technologically advanced art canvas, well, it's really just kind of a layer on top of Unity. So Unity's really the art canvas, and they just put it together in a certain package. So, personally, and, I got a couple people who are interested in pursuing a Steam distribution. And I don't know how it's going to go, but, if nothing else, at least I don't have to pay thousands of dollars to have my demo online. And let's say in Unity, you could actually get jobs with it. So, learning DCL, it's a dead end. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's no reason to learn SDK7 because they just don't have the players, and their only real tech thing they could do is fund projects like mine, where it's I had showed them that I can bring these kind of things to them, and made some pretty fun little mini games, and I got it to the point where I can more rapidly expand them. And this thing's I could make a version 2.0 of this, but the way it is, it really makes Decentraland a lot more fun when you encounter the right people, that Mosca person I got in a gun battle with, and then Vitalik. I don't think it's the real Vitalik, but I guess it could be. But whoever that is, I got in a gun battle, who's a pretty decent gamer. I don't even consider myself to be good at it and good at gaming, but at least I'm used to the controls and everything, and I can aim pretty good. And it was a pretty good matchups we had, and the thing just worked like a charm. It really did. And so, yeah, it's for 5 different pieces, $40,000. And I mean, the people in charge of this platform, they are just, I mean, they must be so stupid because 5 things that are software for 40,000. I mean, anyone with any even remote knowledge of software products and stuff like that, they know that companies, because usually it's like you're paying tons of premiums on top of development fees. That's not even as much money worth of the software. Like if you were to just only be paying a developer to make it, it's not even enough to get what I got. And the DAO people, they're going absolutely crazy, ape shit crazy that I'm handing this out, and everybody's going to know that it's them who said, "Oh no, we want to disable this thing." Like we can't even spend $40,000. I mean, 40,000. Like, what's wrong with them? They must be like either totally broke, and being in here is kind of like being in some sort of third world homeless shelter or something where there's so few players, there's so few money going around that it's like kind of makes everyone act like a little desperate or something, I guess. And but 40,000, it's like, what? That can't even buy like a little gizmo that only does like a couple things, or like, oh well, someone chasing me. I thought I saw a couple bullets. One thing about this, the bullets, this is a really high-end scene here. I've had my computer lock up in here, so I feel like, I've never seen them move this slow that I can just, like, wait for them and then still catch up. I probably could make it look pretty cool with a wall of lasers, but, it does kind of depend on the scene performance, the speed of the bullet, I guess you could say. And anyways, like 40,000 for 5 pieces of software, and that's when the gameplay. I mean, by the time, hopefully, some people got to try it when I had the the wheelchairs, because the gameplay was fantastic, and the SDK7 conversion and everything, it made it so peppy, and the way they launch shit at you, and you just had just enough time to dodge around it, and so I don't know, something's wrong with Decentraland, and I mean, it's kind of like, and part of the play is like, it's kind of funny with the laser gun, because it's like, that's what they do inside of dead malls. I mean, this place it's the perfect environment for a laser tag with all these buildings and everything. Okay, yeah, see, the bullets are starting to go a little bit faster now that we're in a lower, not quite as crazy polygon scenes. But yeah, it's just like something is wrong with them. And yeah, the stuff I made, they'll sit there and it has this problem and that problem, and it's like, it's just desperation, it's like so pathetic, because the truth is, the things I made, they had, most of the people in here that could afford when land was 5,000 and everything, they had 4 years to make something. I came in probably, I think it was a little over 4 months, and just whooped their butts. It was like, I always give a couple things credit. Like Monsters Hall, I felt they had me beat on game time and stuff like that. And, there was some other, definitely some competition, but for the once I got to that multiplayer battle, it's like, okay, unless there's something I don't know, no one's even made anything like this in Decentraland at all. In fact, let me show you something. We'll jump into one game before we head out. It's that, if it's still on here, because I thought this might be a multi. Oh, they might have just took it off. It's called Dual Arena. Yeah, I feel like things come into this. I don't even see it. Dual Arena. I feel like things. It's a sign that things are falling apart in here because they come in and it's like they're gone. Let's see if it's still online. Oh, okay. Dual Arena. They're actually advertising this one, and with going to Steam, not only are we going to have access to more developers, basically. Okay, why isn't this working? Oh, well, maybe it's not connected because. I mean, that doesn't happen on anything else, I don't think. Let me refresh. Oh, yeah, so... I mean, this multiplayer, the laser gun stuff, it's just whooped them. It whooped them, and... they're going crazy, furious that I'm airdropping these, and it's such a good political setup. So they're going to go offline on Christmas, and everybody's going to know my gun was deleted by the Dow. And some of the people I airdropped, I mean, that guy MetaWolf was one of them. It's like I airdrop him. I don't think he ever even tried it, and then voted to disable it. And that's Decentraland for you. But we'll see. We'll see. With the Steam thing, it's like we're going to get access to another developer and another investor potentially, and. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm maybe looking forward to it because this thing has showed me that hey, this game development, it's not just something I can do. It's something that when I came in here, I whooped everybody else. I just made them look like silly fools and put them to shame. And and this is basically a thin wrapper on top of Unity, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be good at Unity too, and it should be no problem to convert the stuff I got and everything, and go from there, and then potentially bring in one other developer on this stuff. I think a good division would be having one person do the 2D UI and another person doing the 3D. I think that'd be a good... They tend to be in separate code files, and I think that'd be a good way to do it. And then also, if someone has a 2D experience, it's a big learning curve for the 3D. Not so much in the code, it's more like just in general in the modeling and animating and how the animations work and stuff, and just the vector math, that can be one. And I'm not even a expert of vector math or anything, but I typically can get something done like these laser beams flying. Look how fast they fly now. You see that other scene was like super high memory. with that was for the music festival. The walkways that they had there, they're still up. I think the whole thing's up actually. And so, I'm not worried about it. And some of the when I had the full thing up, it was kind of a source of pride or something for me that I created all that. And but I think it's just going to be a motivation. My last land is up for sale. I think it's going to be a motivation to just like get me cranking on Unity and learning and learning to do what I need to do. And I'm moving pretty quickly on that. And I'm expecting once I get into the code, I'm going to learn a certain amount of stuff, and then it's going to be like, oh, this is a lot like Decentraland, and then it's off to the races. And I feel like it's not, it is going to be some time and a lot of work and everything, but I think it's going to come together. Once I get to a certain point, it's going to be flying through there. So, but yeah, if I can do anything like I did in Decentraland, it should be pretty good for me. And I saw the games they have on Unity, their page, play.unity, and I was expecting it's going to be like AAA, can never compete with it, but I got the feeling like, okay, this looks like something I'll be able to compete with if I can do the same thing I did in DCL. So, I'm not like, it sucks that I made this code and then there was someone backing me on this who sucks more for them. But, live and learn, and hopefully Steam can do a little better. Here's something that's animated. Let's see if we can go inside these. Oh, holy crap. You can go inside of them. Most of the other Ferris wheels I found, like, you can't go inside of them, and it is so frustrating. Like, what? How are you going to have a Ferris wheel and we can't go inside? Hey. Alright, that's the thing. Hey, just hit me up in DCL. I'm airdropping as many of these. You can have them. I don't think that the games in DCL should be charging anything with the numbers of players they have, because, who's going to pay for the game when you see, like, all the games that are there are broken? Like, I would be afraid to buy any games in here. So just, hit me up if you see me, or let me know. Or you could just ask around a couple people. They'll probably give you theirs. And DJ Trax has a bunch of them. What's his name? Vita TV has a bunch of them to give out. So just hit me up, and that's the way I think it should be. I don't think they should expect the game developers to pay when the stuff they're making, if it's good, which my stuff was good. It's going to benefit every single person in here, and as it's going right now, they might as well just take this thing offline. It's done. It's done. Monsters Hall's going. Exodus is up for a grant, and I just have this feeling like, Exodus, I won't badmouth it because it actually works, and I voted yes on their grant, and they have a real nice 2D UI, and people underestimate the 2D UI. They don't have enough documentation on it. And with how they have different inventory slots and it all actually works, you never get stuck in the game. And it's a somewhat complicated game. You're like, getting coal, you're getting wood, you're getting all this stuff, you're mixing it together and crafting things. You deposit it into the bank and create swords and all this stuff. Like, it's decently complicated, and I think it's a pretty nice game. And uh, yeah, I wouldn't. It's not my as much my type of game. So, but yeah, I think if Decentraland had a lot of players, um, that place would be getting something. And the other thing is, uh, I don't think they're using any kind of bot accounts in there. And at least their stuff works. I mean, they could just pump their stuff up with bots like Metagaming Mall or something, and you know, look at me, I got 20 people in here. And the other thing about all this is like those other gamer companies. I don't know what. I can't really tell if they're the ones voting yes or no on this stuff. But even the casino, you want more people inside of here. So if someone's got something that's like pretty decent and it works, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing, Decentraland? Anyways, most likely the end of what I'm doing in here, I'm doing airdrops. My partner in this, they're not going to help fund me for any more development. I won't be writing another line of code unless it's grant or somehow magically, after the airdrop, like thousands of these smart wearables start selling or something, which I doubt, because I mean, look at the number of people in here. If you take away the bots, it's like, holy cow, like 150 people total, probably like 50 people, real people, or some shit like that. But anyways, that's the video. And I'll be not having anything. I don't have anything in Decentraland right now except for the laser guns, and the DAO's going to vote to disable those, and it's basically like a evaluation software copy. And it's just like insulting. This is programming's what I do. It's so insulting, and they think like, oh, coding, that should just be free. Oh, you can just charge like the 2 game players in Decentraland to play your game. Like, how much am I going to charge them? Like 25,000 each? Like, give me a break. All right,